Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Today is Thursday. This is when we go through our activity box and see what activity we have planned for this week. So I'm really excited because as the summer is in full swing, we think about wonderful things with our sight, our smell, and our taste. And one of my favorite things for the summer is watermelon. So we are actually going to work on a fun watermelon craft today. So I'm very excited about that. As a matter of fact, the supplies that you had were probably bigger than your box, so it was probably on top. So we are looking forward to doing this with you today, and hopefully you enjoyed the devotion we had from Carolyn Coleman on Monday. She did the fruit of the Spirit on self-control, and then Kim did our exercises on Tuesday. And so we look forward to that and sing-alongs on Wednesday and our activity Thursday. And I do hope that you take some time to try to join us on Zoom on each Friday. We send out an invitation to you so we can do a little social and a little games and just having some fun time being together and celebrating one another with some laughter and with some fun and just catching up with one another. Make sure that you take some time each and every day with a set schedule so you can take those devotions and those exercises and everything that we are doing and you can actually do those every single day at a specific time. Very important for our family to have a set schedule right now and something that they can look forward to. So in your box, let's go ahead and go through that. You have your supplies that are in a bag to make our fun craft for today. And when you take your lid off, by the way, it has your name on it. So those supplies that you get in here are for you to keep. And if you choose to store them in this box, that is fine. Just know that these are your supplies to use for all the ongoing activities that we deliver to you each and every Saturday. On a side note, this coming week, we'll be delivering your activity boxes on Friday instead of Saturday this week. And I will be sending out a reminder to make sure that you put those empty boxes outside on your doorstep so we can deliver you a new fun one to get ready for the 4th of July. I'm very excited about that. So make sure that you have those outside, and we will make sure to drop this one off on the doorstep. And that way we can go ahead and get ready for the festivities coming up next month. So in your box, you should have a bottle of glue. This again is for you to keep, and you're going to need that for today's activity. And it's just a reminder in here, it's a little note that all the supplies that you get in your box from here forward are yours. So we're very excited to be able to do that. I think that's going to really help with the activities that we do going forward, that you have your own supply instead of having all these little small samples and stuff. All right, well, one of the fun things that about this week is International Music Day is this week. And so you have some fun things in your box with music. So right here we had some listening ideas for World Music Day. And so I corrected myself, not International Music Day, it was World Music Day. So this is a fun sheet that has some YouTube songs and different links for you to enjoy to celebrate World Music Day. We also have a word search, and of course it is themed with music, so this is really fun. So take some time to work on a fun little word search game. And for all the baby boomers out there, we have a music quiz. This is fun stuff to do as a family, as a group. To kind of go through some of these little fun games and things like that. We also went ahead and put in one more Father's Day activity for you, which was missed, was paper planes. Any of you out there love making paper planes? This is a great time to do that. And then we still had some few Father's Day quizzes. We have match the songs with the movies. I love that. You could probably even pull some of the songs up online and hear them as you try to match the songs with the movies together. There's also a musical instrument trivia, some fun facts in there. And then for a lot of you will have something to color. I love our adult coloring pages. That is a great way to just unwind and relax and just let that anxiety and that stress just kind of go to the side and just have some nice downtime coloring. We also have a fun family game in here for you, Music Bingo. And we made sure to put in here plenty of game cards. So you had plenty to choose from and have as many people in your family to play with one another, or just have a lot to choose from and just keep playing all afternoon. I love bingo. So in the back, you're going to have some instructions with that. Let's see if I can pull it up. Yes, yes. Okay, so in the back, you're going to have cards, and you may need to cut these cards out, or you can just leave them like this. I didn't cut them, but these are all individual cards, and you can just match these up with your bingo sheet. You can use it by playing the music itself and seeing if we can recognize and recall the music that is being played with the cue cards that you have here. So this is a really fun picture bingo. It's also a really good music bingo where you can play the music to make sure that they can pick it out on their bingo sheet and have a lot of fun with that. So there's a variety of ways to enjoy that bingo game this week. And that is yours to keep. You keep that and enjoy it and have some fun with it. So let's go ahead and pull out your activity, which is your watermelon craft. So in your bag, you'll have a cardboard with a picture on it. Sweet summer. I love watermelon. Let's see. And you should have a bag of buttons. A lot of red and green buttons, different sizes. And then so you're just going to pull these out. Look at that. How fun. I love buttons. My daughter collects buttons in different colors and shapes. So really fun to sort. So this is also, let me say, before you even do this art activity, you can even have an opportunity to sort these buttons by color and by shape. We have gone through some of these sorting ideas with you in the past, so even use that video for some instruction on that. But that is also a great game to play in addition to the bingo and the art activity itself. So how about that? Again, an activity that has multiple things to do with it. So what we're going to do today is you're going to take your bottle of glue and you're just going to either just squeeze it and lay it out, or maybe you want to take that glue and squirt a little puddle onto a tray or to a plate and use your finger and rub it on there. You decide what is going to work best in your house when doing this activity. For me, I am just going to take the top off, and I'm just going to, I'm going to squeeze it. But you know what just happened is I just made a big puddle, y'all. Look at that. So you know what? That's okay. We're just going to take my finger, and I'm just going to rub it all over that watermelon picture. So you could do the same. And you know, glue dries clear. You're not going to see the mess. So I'm just going to take all of that glue and smear it all over my watermelon. Look at that. Now I need more. Maybe you'll want to do the same. Just rub it all over. And you want to kind of get a good layer. I wouldn't go too thin with the glue, so the button will really stick on there well. I might even do a dab more. Why not? So just rub. Rub that glue all over. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your sorted buttons, or just your pile of buttons here, and take the green ones and go all the way around the outer edge on that green coloring. You're going to see the green band of the outer part of the watermelon right here. So once you cover that up with some green buttons. So I'm going to just line mine up. In some ways you're sorting this as well by putting them on your picture, because they're in, all the layers are different colors. So I'm just going to go all the way across, and I'm not worried about what size my button is. I'm just going to put them right across. So there's really no wrong way to do that. putting these on here, I really want to give a shout out to Kim and her group. We actually have a wonderful group of individuals, volunteers, that take each craft that we're doing each week. They help plan it out on what we're going to do, and then make sure we have the supplies for it, and then make sure we package them up for every single person that gets these delivered to them. So that requires a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of work. And we just want to give a shout out to them for pulling this together for us and making it so easy for us just to pop this bag open and voila, there are those activities. Well, there is some wonderful people behind these activities that work hard for us to pull this together so we can deliver these to you by our wonderful volunteers every week. So it's just real exciting. I'm sure they had to go out and find a lot of green and red buttons out there for this wonderful project. But how fun is that? How fun is that? All right, so I am going all the way across. It looks like I'm doing 2 layers of green for the rind, for the watermelon rind. And what I like about doing this summer activity as well is it's also something that you can do with the senses. So talk about reminiscing when growing up, what was it like during the summertime, and did you have watermelon? And you know, maybe go get a watermelon itself and talk about, you know, the smell, and talk about the taste of it, and where do they grow, and maybe somebody had a garden and they grew their own watermelons at one point, or maybe their family did, and who knows, maybe somebody had their own little vegetable stand, fruit and vegetable stand, and sold them, you know, on the side of the road somewhere. Who knows? It'll be a fun story to reminisce and talk about. So find other ways, not just with this activity of gluing, and it may be a little challenging because you're dealing with your pincer grass too, so and your site. So these are bright colors, but just those pincer grass, there might be a little bit of a challenge with this activity. All the more reason to do it. You want to make sure we're continuing to practice and work with what we have, even if it's challenging. We can still do those things, and it's important to try to do it. All right, so what I'm doing now is I've gotten both of my green rows with the buttons going all the way around, and now this red part, I'm just going to fill all in. I noticed I have a few black buttons here. I just caught onto that, so we're going to put our black buttons on top of those seeds that you see on your picture. And if someone has a hard time seeing it, maybe they can get some help in maybe catching that. Let's see, I think I have one right here. Do I have another dark one? I think that's it. So I have a few seeds that are marked on there, and now I'm just going to go around and fill this in. Notice, look how those buttons just stick so easy when you get a good layer of glue on there. So slap that glue on, get those buttons out, and fill in your picture. I can't wait to see what yours is going to look like. It's going to be fabulous. And then maybe y'all can have some fun and celebrate this weekend and grab some watermelon and just have a great summer day. But I am so glad you're doing this activity with me. Thank you for joining me. And please make sure that you are posting your pictures on our Facebook page. We want to see the beautiful work that you've done. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you next week when we're doing a very special, fun, patriotic activity for 4th of July. You guys all stay safe and stay well. We'll talk to you soon.